Hello students, welcome to 9th standard geography class. We are doing Climate of India, lesson number 4, and today we are going to give focus on page number 113 to 115. So far we have discussed topic seasons. Under that we have discussed hot dry season and its duration and different local winds. Now we are going to focus on next topic, that is the rainy season or the season of southwest monsoon. In this module, you will understand the concept of Indian monsoon, explain factors that determine the typicality of Indian monsoon, explain the role of monsoon in Indian economy. Before we start, we discuss the important terms of the topic. Number 1 is monsoon. Monsoons are basically land and sea breeze on a large scale. Orographic rainfall, when moist air is lifted as it moves over a mountain range. Windward side. Windward side is the side of mountain which receives rain. And leeward side. Leeward side is the side of mountain which do not receive rain. Let's start with the topic, rainy season. Rainy season is most amazing season of the year. Also, it is important for all life forms on earth, whether big or small. For the reason, rain supply a large amount of fresh water. Onset of the monsoon over the Malabar coast in Kerala is a spectacular event. There is a miraculous change in the general scenario of the country. The landscape seems suddenly transformed with lush green fields and overflowing rivers. Let's discuss monsoon and its mechanism. The word monsoon has been derived from Arabic word mosim, which means season. Originally, the word monsoon was used by Arab navigators several centuries ago to describe a system of seasonal reversal of winds along the shores of Indian Ocean, especially over the Arabian Sea, in which the wind blow from the southwest to northeast during summer and northeast to southwest during winters. The duration of southwest monsoon is June to September. Monsoons are periodic winds in which there is a complete reversal of wind direction every 6 months. Or we can say monsoons are basically land and sea breeze on a large scale. Let's start with the origin of monsoons. The sun shines overhead the Tropic of Cancer from March to May. By the end of May, the differentiate heating of the land and sea bring about a seasonal low pressure trough center between the Thar Desert and the Chota Nagpur Plateau. As a result, a high pressure gradient builds up between the hot North India with intense low pressure and cooler water bodies surrounding it with high pressure. The low pressure area attracts the southeast trade winds blowing in the southern hemisphere. As such, after crossing equator, these winds are deflected towards the Indian subcontinent as southwest monsoon winds. They pick up moisture from the Arabian Sea. They are named as southwest monsoon as they blow from southwest to northeast. The advance of southwest monsoon can be seen in any satellite picture between 1st to 5th June every year. Let's recall the mechanism of monsoon. Monsoon is the result of the shift of Intertropical Convergence Zone ITCZ under the influence of vertical sun. The southeast trade winds of southern hemisphere have to cross the equator to reach the ITCZ. Coriolis effect in the northern hemisphere to turn to its right are deflected eastwards in the northern hemisphere, transforming into southwest trades orographic rain. After the origin of monsoon, we are going to discuss the advance of the monsoons in India. The southwest monsoon breaks first on 1st June over Kerala on Malabar coast. By 5th June, they overrun whole of Kerala on the west and Tamil Nadu, Karnataka and Andhra Pradesh, Telangana proceeding towards northeast. By 10th June, they reach Mumbai. By 15th, they cover Ahmedabad and Bhopal. By 1st July, they cover most of Kutch, eastern Rajasthan, whole of UP, Haryana, Himachal Pradesh, and eastern Punjab. By 15th July, the whole of the country is covered by monsoon. Students, these dates are based on the observations spread over a large number of years. It may change from year to year. Next is the southwest monsoons divide into two branches due to tapering topography of peninsular India, the Arabian Sea branch and the Bay of Bengal branch. The Arabian Sea branch. The Arabian Sea branch of the southwest monsoon strikes the western coast of India in Kerala on 1st June. It gives very heavy rainfall along the windward side of Western Ghats as these winds are unable to cross over Western Ghats. This rainfall is called orographic or relief rainfall. The Deccan Plateau lying in the rain shadow of the Western Ghats receives very little rainfall. Students, rain shadow is the same area which receives very less rainfall. For example, Mahabaleshwaram, situated on the western side of Western Ghats, receives 250 centimeter of rainfall, whereas Pune, only a few kilometers away, receives less than 70 centimeter. Students, as Mahabaleshwaram lies towards the windward side of Western Ghat, it receives heavy rainfall due to the effect of orographic rain, and Pune lies in the leeward side, that's why it receives only 70 centimeter rain. The duration and amount of rainfall goes on decreasing as Arabian Sea branch moves northward. It takes about 4 to 6 weeks to travel from Kanyakumari to Shivaliks. Next important point is that Arabian Sea branch gives very little rainfall to Rajasthan due to two reasons. The Aravalli's alignment is parallel to rain-bearing southwest monsoon winds, and as such they do not offer any obstruction. Furthermore, these hills are very low. Second is the moisture-laden winds passing over Rajasthan do not saturate it as the heat in the desert region increases their capacity to hold moisture. Thus, they reach the Shivaliks without shedding their moisture. At last, the Arabian Sea branch gets exhausted by the time it reaches Punjab and shed its moisture after the Bay of Bengal branch at the foothills of the Himalayas. Next is the Bay of Bengal branch. The Bay of Bengal branch gives first rain to Andaman and Nicobar Islands and Sri Lanka. The Bay of Bengal branch advances northeastward after picking moisture from the Bay of Bengal. The main target of the Bay of Bengal is low pressure area in the North Myanmar. However, a part of it is intercepted by the northeast Himalayas, including Garo, Khasi, and Jaintia hills. Mawsyn Ram, 16 km west of Cherrapunji, gets the heaviest annual rainfall in the world, that is 1187.3 centimeter. This is again relief rainfall. Shillong, on the other hand, lying in the rain shadow or Khasi hills, gets little rainfall. The remaining portion of the Bay of Bengal branch is deflected towards west along the Himalayas. However, the rainfall goes on decreasing as it proceeds through the Ganga Valley. The current finally merges with the Arabian Sea branch and sheds remaining moisture at the foothills of the Himalayas. On its way, it gives rainfall to West Bengal, Indo-Gangetic Plains, Uttar Pradesh, Haryana, and Punjab. Students, if we compare the both branches, the total volume of the Arabian Sea branch is much more powerful, as much as 3 times greater than the Bay of Bengal branch, due to two reasons. The Arabian Sea branch is much larger than the Bay of Bengal branch. The whole of the Arabian Sea branch is used up by the entire country, whereas only part of it enters India through Southeast India. The rest goes towards Myanmar and Thailand. Let's discuss the characteristics features of southwest monsoon. The distribution of rainfall is not uniform. The southwest monsoon causes rainfall in most of the country except in Tamil Nadu. The duration and the amount of rainfall varies from 2 to 4 months. Even the amount of rainfall varies from region to region. Erratic nature of southwest monsoon is evident from the fact that sometimes part of the country may be facing fury of floods due to heavy rains, mostly in the plains, while the other parts may be reeling under severe drought conditions due to scanty rainfall. Example, mostly northwest Rajasthan and rain shadow areas of Deccan. The most important aspect of Indian rainfall is that it is largely controlled by orography. The effects caused due to the Himalayas and the Western Ghats on the amount and distribution of rainfall and the inability of the Aravallis to cause rainfall in Rajasthan has been discussed earlier. Thus, India would have been a vast desert but for the size and position of Himalayas and the Western Ghats. India has varied relief feature. At the last, the monsoon has a direct impact on the country's agriculture GDP. The planting of key kharif or summer crops like rice, sugarcane, pulses, and oilseeds began with the arrival of the monsoon rains in June. The monsoon is important for India's farmer depends 70% of economy. It is a crucial source of water supply necessary for agriculture, industry and households in the country. We can simply say the life of Indian farmer revolves around the monsoon. A good rainfall helps farmer to have a good harvest and a bad rainfall can cause famine, drought, etc. Students, with that we have completed our today's topic. Let's recap. Monsoon is a periodic seasonal winds. It blows from sea to land in one season and reverses back in the next season. The term monsoon is derived from an Arabic word mausim, which means season. The main cause is the differentiate heating and cooling of land and its surrounding water bodies, that is seas and ocean. Next is delay and long breaks in monsoon rain increases the chance of drought and famine. On the other hand, a long spell of heavy rain increases the threats of flood. Monsoon is a unified bond on the nature and lifestyle of India. With that, we have completed our topic. Students, you have to revise and solve the back exercise. We will meet very soon. Till then, have a nice day.